Hi everyone, welcome back, and in today's video we're going to be unboxing the Ventura 270 awning that's going to go on the Subaru. So here we have the Ventura 270 awning. It's on the floor and we're going to unbox it and we're going to get it on the car and we're going to kind of see what it's like, how it is, how easy it is to install and how it works and how it's going to work on the Subaru. So we're going to get on with the unboxing. It's packaged, seems to be very well. It's a 270 awning, meaning it's going to go on one side and come right the way around. It's 2.5 meters long, so it's going to look pretty interesting on the Subaru. I think it's more going to look like the turn the Subaru into a tank, but I think it's going to be really cool. So I'm going to just first off, you can see that's awesome looking piece of kit. It's going to mount on the side of the car. It's not actually that unheavy, you know. It's heavy enough, but it's not super light. So the weight of it, it's a few kilos, but it's not anything too heavy. Easy enough to lift on and off as one person. And it's got the mounting bar and stuff on the rear of the points. This is what mounts onto the L brackets that go on your roof box. Now for me, it's not something I'm going to have on the side of the car all of the time, because actually I think it could look a bit silly, but for the upcoming road trip we've got coming, I think it's going to work absolutely perfect. And I've got some storage spots I can put it. So 2.5 meters long, goes on some L brackets. What I'm going to do is ping it out on the floor and see how it stretches out. So, in the box you get instructions, your L brackets, your mounting bars, your bolts and everything, your poles and some tie down ropes. Now they're telescopic poles that go on the end of the awning, but what we're going to do is go about installing it. Now I'm probably going to install it myself without filming it, and what you're going to want is to follow the video that I'll attach in the link to this. I'll have a full breakdown on how you can install this yourself at home. So you can see the awning is now on, and if you're really eagle-eyed, we're quite a few days later. The sun is actually really nice instead of it's trying to rain, and actually it's like a couple of weeks later and I've already been on holiday using this. So actually we'll catch on and carry on from this little product overview and review. But there's actually a really cool video of the time away coming very soon. Anyway, so the L brackets are basically held on by a lovely, beautiful bit of physics. So that's kind of just bolted in with these bolts. Drove 1,000 miles with it, and yeah, grabbed it and you go, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It does have this little bounce on it, but that's probably to be expected because these, obviously, these are just on L brackets. But yeah, I think that worked really, really well. Obviously, fitting around the tent, a little bit more difficult. But hey, we'll go over this now. So you can see it's on the roof tent. I've got some modifications and stuff that I'm going to make things easier, like using these bars and stuff to be able to have little brackets and stuff come off it. So my plan is to build something that slides in here and gives me a nice light so I can kind of show down. But let's go through actually setting this up, and it's relatively simple. So we unclick everything. Find the zips. unzip it. You've got your Velcro holders in, get them off. We'll let the water out of this. There's a pulse. And then you just pull this around. So, this is the tent, kind of, well, the awning, and it's kind of freestanding sort of thing. It really doesn't really work as a freestanding awning, but it's not designed to, I suppose. I've just got this tied off to here because normally it's on the bottom of the tent, and that's where I've left my clip. So all you need to do now is grab your poles. And that is the awning set up, essentially. Now, I'm going to leave this up a little bit to dry because we packed it away and it's a little wet. But yeah, you've got your little tie down points around it. And if you check out the full video, you'll see me actually do a full proper review on this. But you can see, you know, that's maybe the fourth or fifth time I've set it up. But you can see how simple it is to set up. It has an amazing amount of shade to the car. Now you might question, well, it's going in the boot, you know, that's going to be more problematic. Just dip underneath and you can open the boot up onto the bars, and then everything is still nice and easy to do. You do have to crouch down. Obviously it's the height of the car. Now, I'm not the tallest person in the world, but I'm also not massively short. Majority of the time, and you'll see this in the video that comes out later on about our holiday, if we're underneath there, we're crouching down or sitting on low chairs anyway. All of our tables are low, everything else is small. But the future upgrade of maybe changing the Impreza to a Forester will obviously aid in that, as it's got the height necessary. But what a simple and awesome bit of kit this is. Definitely have had quite a lot of lovely comments of people when I've pulled up the campsites and popped it out and they've gone, well, that was simple and easy. You combine that with the tent box, it does look amazing, in my opinion, and works really well. A couple of things that I've found over the time of using it: these poles can be a little stiff to close because there's not really a grip point on them, so your hands kind of just start sliding if it's been wet at all. But I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. And what is also cool is you can get the zips for the inside and basically have this all zipped out and have sides and everything on it. So maybe that's something that we look into at a later point. But this hopefully gives you a bit of an overview of the tent, of the awning. Because for car shows, this could be really useful. You know, come underneath, chill out for a bit. All your food and stuff you can grab out the sun, but it's still in the breeze if you want the breeze. And yeah, I'm really, really hyped with this entire thing. So, hopefully, you enjoyed hopefully you've enjoyed this little overview of the Ventura 270 awning. It really is a cool bit of kit, and adds another possibility and accessory that you can use when you're camping out in your car, or with your roof tent, or your van, or anything like that. I think this on a van would work quite well. You can obviously get the freestanding ones that don't have the poles coming down, but they're a lot more expensive. The price for this, what you get, the quality of it, we had a bit of a downpour while we were away. It's all obviously waterproof, and did a really good job at stopping that. So we're letting this all dry off, but I'm well impressed. So thank you again to my neighbours for putting up with my shit. But hey, I'll get this all packed down, and we'll see you soon.